cheer, and boo.
Hey guys, it's Ray from Philly here on Friday night, November 30th, 2018, and this is part one of a 5-part mini-series that I'll be doing. Tonight's first part, it's going to be, all the parts are going to be based on the top 10 cards either to invest in or that have done really well over the past 10 years. And each part will be on different categories. So tonight will be the top 10 rookie baseball cards of non-Hall of Famers. So these guys are not Hall of Fame rookie players, but they have gone up in value and they've done really well because of their popularity in the sport. And we're going to go over that. So I'm basing it on eBay sales over the past 10 years and on VCP, which is vintage card prices. All right, I do subscribe to them, so I'm going to show you the charts of these 10 players that have done fairly well, that have gone up in value, and cards that if you might want to invest in, that you're fans of these certain players because they're just great players, they're popular. They're not in the Hall of Fame, but they had great careers, and their career might have been cut short for an injury or whatever. But other parts will be top 10 on certain other categories. But this is going to be top 10 rookie players of non-Hall of Famers. Okay, now the next part will be on Sunday night. It'll be another top 10 that I'm going to have a special guest on, a person who I think is an expert in this category on top 10 cards for this certain product. But tonight it's going to be the top 10 rookie baseball cards of non-Hall of Famers. So stay tuned. Hold on. Okay, and we're back. So I'm basically basing this off of eBay sales off of the last 10 years and vintagecardpricing.com. So I'm going to start at number 10, and that is the '89 Fleer Billy Ripken, the whited out version, as you can see on the knob. This is the whited out knob. There is a knob that has the words on it. That's actually the least expensive one. There's one with a black dot and scribble dot. This is the white dot. So there's 4 different versions. This is the most valuable of the 4 versions. In a PSA 10, about 8 years ago, in 2010, it sold for about $750. It did go up to $3,000 at one point, came back down, but it's kind of stayed steady. And as of right now, the highest, the most recent sale was $1,225. So as you can see, it's gone from $750 to $1,200, and this is for a non-Hall of Fame player. So it's because of its popularity, its rarity, it's a cool looking card, and so that's my card at number 10 for top 10 cards in value for the past 10 years, how well they've done of a non-Hall of Famer. At number 9 is the '86 Donruss Jose Canseco rookie. This is a PSA 10. It shows in 2007 a PSA 10 went for $56.77, and as of right now, $164.99. This of a guy that we all know will never get into the Hall of Fame, has written books on admitting to taking steroids. He'll never get in, but this is an awesome looking card, beautiful looking card. And just goes to show you again of a player that's not in the Hall of Fame that is still a very popular card. Only in the Gem in 10. Just don't think that you can get any card of these, any grade of these particular players. I'm going off certain grades, and the Ripken was a 10, and this Canseco also is a 10. At number 8 is the 1970 Topps Thurman Munson. This is based on a PSA 9. So in 2007, PSA 9 sold for $1,014. Let me scroll down a little, as you can see right here. It's pretty much stayed the same, but has started to creep up a little bit. And the most recent sale went for $1,426. So it went from $1,000 to $1,400 in the PSA 9. And this is of a player that probably won't ever get in the Hall of Fame either. The Thurman Munson rookie at number 8. At number 7 is the '85 Topps Mark McGwire rookie. definitely will never get into the Hall of Fame. At least I don't think he will. The PSA 8s and 9s, they're very cheap cards. Again, this is based on a PSA 10. Um, as you can see here, in 2006, the card was $469. It did reach a high point of $1,400 back in 2014. A couple of more big sales over here, $1,500, $1,600, but pretty much is leveled off, and the high point right now is $710. And so it went from $400 in 2006. 12 years later, right now, it's sold for about $710. So it's almost doubled, almost gone up to 100% in value. And it's a very popular card. These are players, again, that aren't Hall of Famers, will probably never get in, but the popularity of the card of that particular grade of the PSA 10 here continues to rise. It's 10, 9, 8, 7. At number 6 is the 64 Topps Richie Allen rookie. Maybe he'll get in one day, maybe he won't, I don't know. But right now, this is based on a PSA 9. This card went for $304 in 2007. It did have a high point of $574, a couple of $500 sales, but the most recent was $430. So this card is steadily going up slightly, probably 20%, at $426 average in a PSA 9. So that right there is at number 6, the 64 Topps Dick Allen. At number 5 is a very popular card, the 84 Don or Ston Mattingly, Donnie Baseball. This card in the Gem Mint 10, I would consider investing into this card. 10 years ago, you've seen it was about $590, about $600. The average on this card right now, 10 years later, is $863. And I think it'll continue to go up. It'll be a nice steady increase. 84 Donruss is a beautiful set. This guy has very little shot of getting into the Hall of Fame, but this card continues, and a Gem Mint 10 only now on this particular card remains to continue to grow at a nice steady pace. So that's the 84 Donruss Don Mattingly. At number 4 is the 63 Topps Pete Rose. This is based on an average of a PSA 9. Okay, this card, let's go back to 2006, sold for $9,000 in a PSA 9, $9,000. The average price of it now is $38,000. So it just goes to show you of a card that remains to still grow, of a non-Hall of Famer rookie player. I mean, if you wanted to invest in it, obviously I would look at lower grades like a 5 or a 4, as long as they're centered and look clean. But just to give you an idea of, it's not always about Hall of Famers, even though I mainly invest into Hall of Famers, but it just goes to show you there are cards out there that are still great investments and still have continued to climb. So at number 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, at number 4 is the 63 Topps Pete Rose. At number 3, 58 Topps Roger Maris. Love this card. This is an iconic card. Same with the Rose rookie, same with the Don Mattingly rookie. Those cards are iconic cards. He'll probably never will get into the Hall of Fame either. This card in 2006 in a PSA 9 sold for about $4,700. As you can see, the highest I saw was at $16,000 in 2015. But the average price right now is $9,600, actually $10,850. Whereas you can see in 2006 it was $4,700. Is now more than doubled in 10, 12 years. Continues to grow in popularity. Beautiful looking card from a beautiful set. At number 2, the 58 Topps Roger Maris. Number 1 all time for a non-Hall of Famer is the 1909 American Caramel Shoeless Joe Jackson, and this is on a PSA 1. PSA 1 in July 6 of 2008. The card sold for $8,256. Stayed kind of steady throughout the years. Had a nice peak over here in 2017. The average right now, remember, In 2008 was $8,200. It is now the average at $11,500. So Shoeless Joe remains very popular in the hobby, even though he will never get into the Hall of Fame. It just goes to show you again, there are some good cards out there that continue to grow in popularity, and continue to grow value-wise for players that aren't Hall of Famers. Alright guys, so there you go. There is part one of a 5-part mini-series I'm doing. This was on the top 10 cards of the last 10 years that have gone up in value, and as far as if you wanted to invest in, of non Hall of Fame players. Next up will be part 2 on Sunday night. That will be top 10 cards of the last 10 years that have gone up in value of a different category. So stay tuned for that, and I will have a special guest on who I consider to be an expert in this certain category for this certain product. So I appreciate all your likes and your comments, guys. Stay tuned for part 2 on Sunday night for top 10 cards of value over the past 10 years. Stay tuned. Have a good night.